All right, for this workshop, I'm just going to show you how to digitize a bitmap. So you can't use clip arts in here, but if you bring in something that's a clip art to use, you're going to need to vectorize it. Now I'm going to go over here to open space so I don't accidentally mess with anything that I already have. And then I'm going to come over and just take a screenshot of, let's say this ice cream. So I'm just going to grab my snipping tool here, and as you would in class, just grab and grab a hold of this little guy. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and pull it in. So edit and paste. All right, so I just pasted it. I don't know where it went. Better back up. I probably should have Control-0. I don't know where it went. It's just paste. Control-V. Okay, here it is. All right. It's somewhere on here, but I have so many artboards right now, there's no telling where it went. Okay, so I'm over here. Now notice if we zoom up, this is clearly pixely because it's a bitmap. You can't use bitmaps in your logos. You're going to have to make sure that they are vectorized. So to do that, the easiest thing is to use silhouettes, because if you find something that's in one color, it's a breeze. So you just go up to, while you're clicked on it, because this won't be up here if you're not, while you're clicked on the bitmap that you pasted in, you go down to the down arrow for image trace. And if you just want to have a silhouette, you just go to silhouettes. And see, there you go. Now I have a silhouette. Now you can change these settings by clicking on the image trace panel icon at the top. And you can mess with these settings. So like my threshold, see if I pull it in, it's going to, be smaller. If I come it out, it's going to, it's going to look a little different. Under advanced, you can choose like more paths. I don't want more paths. Or fewer paths, so that there's fewer dots. You can say fewer corners. So you can mess with all these settings, okay? You can also change your mind and say, okay, wait a minute. I don't want that one. Give me a 3-color, which we don't want 3-color on this, but because now, see, I'm getting up with little gray pieces around the edges, okay? And I have the white background. Now I'm just going to choose black and white logo just to show you how to get rid of a background. So if I choose black and white logo, again, I can still move all this around to get it however I want. I'm going to decrease my paths and fewer corners here. I really don't like the way this one looks, to be honest. But anyways, okay, so let's say I like it. Pretend I like it. I really don't like this. It looked a lot better the other way. Okay, there we go. Turn that up. Okay. I still don't like it, but it's fine. Okay, once you're done with it, though, you're still not done. You have to press this expand button. Okay, so I press expand. Now it says group. It'll be a grouped item. Okay, now you can ungroup it, and I would definitely ungroup it and get rid of your white pieces. And always do this off to the side, because otherwise it's kind of hard to tell whether or not you got it all or not. Okay, now I'm going to group it back. And you could go into isolation mode back and forth if you wanted to. All right, and then at this point I'm ready to bring this into my logo wherever I wanted to use it. So my idea that I had, actually these balloons don't go with, but just to show you how to do it, let's say I wanted this balloon to come off of the Y, maybe for example. So I'm going to ungroup this and get rid of the second balloon. All right, and then I'm going to take this. This letter is a path, but it's grouped, so I'll ungroup it. I need to drill down to just this letter, and then I can overlap these, maybe rotate it a little bit. There we go. And now select both of these items by holding Control and Pathfind. And now I have a balloon hanging off of that, which I'm not really super fond of. So I'm going to undo and get rid of that one. I think a better thing might be to have something in place of the letter A, something that kind of looks like an A. So maybe this ice cream cone. Let's try that. So I'll grab the hold of my ice cream cone, copy, pop back in here, paste, Control-V, will put it right in front of you. And again, just make sure you're not overlapping anything, because otherwise it's going to probably get on your nerves. Okay, so here I am. We can tell it's not digitized. Go up to image trace, but hit the drop down and then choose. I'll choose a silhouette this time, so it's already black and white, so it's all good to go. I think it looks great. Hit expand. All right, so now it's a shape. And then I can decide what to do with it. So for instance here, if I want to go ahead and create outlines, I'll expand. There we go. I'm going to ungroup, get rid of my letter A, and now I guess it really should be an upside down one, right, to fit there. Looks like fun pork. But we're experimenting, so there you go. What, an upside down spilled? Oh, it looks like a clown. I don't know. There we go. So that is the simple way to digitize a bitmap. Now, if you're dealing with something that has more than one color, then it gets to be a little more complicated. Use a Park clip art. So if I come in and I want to grab something that's got more color to it, let's say this little thing here. And again, it doesn't have to be great quality, but you really don't want to have too many colors or it's going to be hard to mess with. Well, this has a lot of colors, but I'll just show you anyway. So I'm going to copy it and paste it. It's probably going to be really low quality. That's fine. I'm going to scoot over and hold my space bar and paste this over here. Control V. All right, now if you go to image trace in your drop down, you have some options to mess with. So 3 colors, 6 colors, whatever. So if I go to 6 colors, see how bad that is? Because it's got so many colors, you really end up having to have a lot of colors, and then it's going to just not look near as good. So 16 colors. I mean, that's better, but still not really what I want, right? If I do black and white logo, you know, I'm going to get that kind of an effect. And then, of course, I'm going to have to mess with all these sliders. But what you can do is what I did right there, which is start with something and then just turn it into a shape. Like I can take this and make that color one into a silhouette with that black and white. Then I can expand and then ungroup it, click off, click on the white spots. Now this one would take me a little time because I'd have to click in all the little spots, you know, to get rid of all of that. But then I could use it, you know, in my design and it would all be one, you know, piece. Or I could go through and put some color, you know, maybe in some of these little spots or something if I wanted to make it look a little different. And then I could fill in some of these little holes with some colors or something like that. So just remember, once you're done with it, you must hit expand so then you can actually work with the shape. And you can still edit these shapes, but I don't really recommend it because, you know, when you get all these, you get your white arrow tool and you click here, I mean, there's a lot of anchor points to deal with. Very many anchor points. So anyway, that is a quick rundown on how to digitize clip art.